It's the 2020 FIA Certified Gran Turismo Championships World Tour 1 in Sydney. It's time for the Manufacturers Series General Qualifying Session. 12 manufacturers on the grid, ready and lined up to set their flying laps, and they've only got 2 in which to do so here this afternoon. It's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. Jimmy Broadbent, last time out, of course, for the World Final. We saw a titanic scrap for the win between Toyota and Mercedes. Toyota being the manufacturer, of course, which took the spoils in the end. Are we going to see anything a bit different this time, though?
Hard to tell. I mean, the big thing, of course, for this year, there has been a big adjustment to the BOP for these events. So the cars that the guys raced last year might feel a little bit different this year. And of course, what a proving ground it is around here, Mount Panorama circuit. This is not the track you want to go for a test day if you're not quite used to how the car handles, given how unforgiving that second sector can be. So our guys are getting ready for their first flying laps now, and we'll know very soon who's at the sharp end, who's left at the bottom of the field.
Here is Alfa Romeo, of course, Danny Solis driver, who was very quick with that team last year. The standout performance really for Alfa Romeo was in one of the World Tour events where we had the Group 4 cars, and we saw them out on track at Laguna Seca. Danny put in a hugely impressive performance over the course of that race to really be up the sharp end of the grid. Now here are Porsche, of course, the winners of World Tour 5 in Tokyo, and will they be able to do anything here this afternoon? I do wonder. Slightly different driver lineup and pairing for those guys here this weekend, but crucially they've got a very interesting ingredient in the form of Angel Enestrosa. He was the man who came to the World Tour event, his first ever one of those in Tokyo, put in some brilliant performances, and well, the emotion to see him doing so well was unbelievable, to say the least.
Well, the Porsche is pretty quick over the mountain. The rear engine there helps a lot, I think, in the transitions through the fast corners around here. It's just been, in general, been a quick car for 2019, and I'm pretty sure going into the 2020 season too as well, and there were decent practice earlier on, so definitely one to watch around here. Now Hyundai, I think it's fair to say they've not really been at the sharp end at any point.
I think that's the understatement of the century, Jimmy. I'm just looking at some of their results from last year, and their best result was 1 5th place finish, which happened in Nürburgring in semi-final A. Other than that, they were in the lower echelons of the top 10 all season over the course of the event, and they actually competed in 5 World Tour events in 2019, so that is a pretty poor run of performance.
Well, let's see what they can do around here. We're looking for a low 2:01 really for a decent time around here, and 2:03.2 is not a good start, sorry, for Hyundai there, but they're still on the ball, which is the important thing. One more lap to try and get a decent time here. Porsche setting their time. They go provisional pole for now, 2:02.1. There is Audi again, another mid-engine car. The mid-engine car seems to have a bit of a good time around here. The front engines struggle a little bit over the top. But, oh wow, there you go. That lap's over before it begins. They're struggling there at how corner is the Audi driver, and picking up a bit of curb on exit. Jaguar as well. I think they did very well last year. They were kind of the best of the rest, I think. And another team, I think, that have the potential to do very well this year. They can get it all together.
Martin Grady's going to be kicking himself because they went to the top of the pile, actually, did Audi, and now they are second fastest, and they will only be second fastest as Ford improved on their first flying lap up to 4th. What about Chevrolet then? Over the timing line comes Koke Mizuno, and he goes into 4th quickest then for his first flying lap. Not too bad from them. Now, what about Lexus, our Manufacturer Series champions of 2018? They missed out last year, but they do finish in 3rd position at the end of their first flying lap. One more bite at the cherry. Here come Aston Martin, our winners of World Tour 1 in Paris last year. Can they do anything? They can. They go up to 4th quickest so far.
Is Alfa Romeo. Now, we said with the Alfa, it's not really that quick in a straight line, very fast over the top. Let's see what that means for its lap time. It comes across the line now to 2:02.9. Now, of course, last year's nearly team, Mercedes-Benz, we thought they were going to win in Monaco, but they couldn't quite match Toyota in the last race, to 2:01.9 for them. Here are the manufacturers champions from last year. What can they do? Already up into 3rd place, so 2:01.8 for them with 1 lap to go. Meanwhile, BMW are up on their own best time by nearly a 10th, coming down to Forest Elbow.
Nicolas Rubilar, the Chilean driver, Nations Cup World Tour winner from Paris last year, is behind the wheel of that car. They've nominated him as the attack driver for this session. So in the Manufacturer Series, each team has 3 drivers, and they must nominate 1 driver to take part in this qualifying session. The attack driver is what they are known as, and it's Nicolas Rubilar, the Chilean driver, who is on a final flying lap here, coming through into the chase.
Oh, Mr. Hot Lap, they called him. That's why they put him out there, see how we can do in Porsche. Meanwhile, they improve a 2:01.8 not a threat for BMW at the moment. They come down towards the last corner, Murray's corner. There is a full 10th up now on their best time. They'll come around the last corner. All it is now is getting it nice and straight on exit, nice and easy on power. And this will be Nico Rublar. BMW's in the bag. Let's see it across the line. And it's a 201.6. They do go quicker, only marginally though, but right now they are on the top of the pile.
I'll tell you one team who would absolutely ruin that mistake was Audi, because Martin Grady set the fastest final sector of the lot on that lap. So despite the mistake he made in the first sector, if he hadn't done that, it could have been a very different story at the end of this qualifying session. Now, what about Toyota then? Tomoki Yamanaka, the samurai behind the wheel as he comes down into the Forest Elbow, heading on to the Conrod Straight, named so because back in the day when cars used to be a bit more unreliable, it was known for blowing a Conrod through the engine. No such problems here for Yamanaka as he comes down that straight. Here is Mercedes-Benz, Cody Nikolakowski, the Australian driver, on home soil, quite literally in game and here as well. Sixth quickest in this session. They're going to have to really pull something out of the bag to go up on the order, given the closeness of the field. But through into Murray's corner comes Lakowski and Mercedes-Benz. Over the timing line we go. Is it going to be an improvement for them from sixth fastest in this session? They only go fifth quickest, so it's down to Toyota then here.
So then our manufacturers champions from last year coming across the start-finish line. I don't think they're going to go quicker. They do not improve. They finish in fourth, which means that BMW take pole position here at Bathurst.
Hugely impressive stuff in the Manufacturers Series for World Tour 1 of the 2020 FIA Gran Turismo Championships. What will happen on race day? We'll find out very soon.